Oh, it's snowing. I got out with hot news and it started to snow. ZWO just announced the next generation of Seestar S30 Smart Telescopes, the new Seestar S30 Pro. Hello everyone, I'm John and welcome back to the channel. And I do want to talk about the new model and what's new compared with the Seestar S30 that I have reviewed this year. ZWO decided to upgrade the optics of the S30 Smart Telescope, and instead of a triplet reflector, we have now a quadruplet with 4 elements Apple Smart Telescope. We'll have better clarity, better contrast, better color, and star shape. They improved not only the optics, but they decided also to change the imaging sensors, both of them, the main one and also the ultra wide lens sensor. And this is a huge upgrade, having not only the optics but also the imaging sensors changed. It will make from the S30 Pro a totally new telescope, a completely new telescope compared with the S30 in the performance and capabilities that will be able to offer us. And what's the reason that they made this change so fast? I think a lot of people wanted more from the S30 telescope. We do have dual lens system, however, we cannot actually use the secondary lens for nighttime astrophotography and capture the Milky Way. However, with the new S30, we will have also a new sensor for the wide lens that is capable of Milky Way astrophotography, and we also have a Milky Way mode. The new S30 Pro comes with two 4K imaging sensors, one for the main imaging telescope and one for the ultra-wide lens. The main sensor is replaced with an IMX 585 sensor that is very popular now and also known to give good quality. It's a sensitive sensor, so we do have a wider field of view compared with the original version, and also we have a much better sensor, more sensitive, and a 4K resolution. And as I understand, we have now 4K resolution on both sensors, also the main sensor and the secondary sensor. Now I do want to go a little bit and show you some images on the computer to show you the differences in the imaging sensor from S30 to S30 Pro. We will look a little bit at one image sample with Messier 8, and we can see here a huge difference when we are looking at the S30 Pro image compared with the old version. We have much wider field of view, and we can see also the Trifid Nebula, and compared with the S30, we were able to obtain this only by using the mosaic mode. And this is one example. Let's take a look also at Markarian's chain. This is one of the captures that I done with the Seestar S30 Smart Telescope, and I needed to enable the mosaic mode to be able to capture this image. However, with the Seestar S30 Pro, we won't need the mosaic mode to capture the Markarian's chain of galaxies. We can do it directly using the normal astrophotography mode. That will also give us better signal to noise ratio. And let's check also the field of view simulator in more details to see the difference from S30 Smart Telescope and S30 Pro on the field of view. You can see here it's a really big difference. So we'll have better image quality and we'll also be able to capture more sky. We will continue now and talk a little bit more about the wide field sensor. The old sensor was replaced with the Sony IMX 586 that is also a 4K resolution sensor with 1.6 microns pixel size. Let's check a little bit the field of view calculator. We can estimate also the focal length. ZWO mentioned that the new wide field lens has a very wide field of view of 84 degrees of sky. So this will be perfect for the Milky Way. One thing that I do not know from the information released so far is the focal length of the wide field lens. And this focal length is also important because it will influence directly how much detail we'll be able to see in our Milky Way images. So according to this field of view calculator, to get an around 84 degrees diagonal of field of view, the focal length is close to 4 millimeters. So you have a very short focal length, like a phone size. If my calculations are correct, I'm not sure yet, I might be mistaken. To be sure about this, that I'm not wrong, I will ask ZWO to give me this technical information, and I'll probably share it in the comments. I hope I will be able to test also the S30 Pro soon on the Milky Way. I'm living here in Bortle 4 Sky, and I'm close to rural area that is Bortle Sky 3. And I think I will be able to test properly the new S30 wide lens for Milky Way astrophotography. We have also software support for the S30 Pro for capturing the Milky Way. ZW announced a new Milky Way Star Trails mode that will allow us to capture the Milky Way and also star trails images with the new Seestar telescope. And perfect for Milky Way shots using a new 4-element APO optics. I think that they change also the optics for the wide field lens, so we will get also very good image quality when capturing the Milky Way with the Seestar S30 Pro. I do not have more information at the time about the Milky Way photography, but I'm assuming that we will have also the option for live stacking also for capturing the Milky Way. Because having new larger sensors, it does require also a larger storage capacity, and will come also with larger capacity of 256. And this is another improvement for the new S30 Pro telescope. I wanted to mention that ZW also did show the new equatorial wedge for the Seestar S30 telescope that will mount, I think, very easy on tripods, on photography tripods. I saw it on a photography tripod, and it seems also very easy to use. It's not available yet, but we'll share also the link when it will be available in the video description. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And I want also to let you know that the Seestar S30 Pro will be available for pre-order around June. So from June, you'll probably be able to pre-order the Seestar S30 Pro, and you'll be able to get it later on this year. And you'll be able to find affiliate links available in the video description. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit the like button, share. If you want to support the channel more, do hit the join button and also become a member. This way you'll be able not only to support the channel, but get access also to my astrophotography data. Want to give big thanks also to all the channel members, and hope I see you in the next video.